In this video, we're going to learn all about exponents. When you have an exponent, it means having a larger number, which is called a base, to the power of something. In this case, our exponent is 4. What does it mean to have an exponent? Well, this means 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, which is what this number means. To solve this, we just simply do the multiplication. We know 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. We would have to solve 27 times 3. 9 was these two. That makes 27, so we're down to 1 left over. Be careful that you don't do it too many times or not enough times. 7 times 3 is 21. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. This answer would be 81. Therefore, 3 to the 4th power is how we say this, equals 81. Let's do a couple more for practice. 7 to the 3rd power would mean 7 times 7 times 7. We know 7 times 7 is 49, cross those off, but we don't know 49 times our last 7, so we would have to figure that out. 9 times 7 is 63, put the 3, carry the 6. 7 times 4 is 28, plus 6 is 34. Therefore, 343 is our answer. What if we have 9 to the 4th power? This is going to be a big answer, and we already know that, because it's 9 times 9 times 9 times 9. You can do 9 times 9 is 81, and 9 times 9 is 81, and multiply those two. If you find that to be faster, you can do that in any of these problems. I would say 81 times 9, and that answer times 9 again would be my best bet. So 9 times 9 is 81. I'm doing it times 9 again. Keep track of what you're doing. And now times 9 one last time. That's 729. And so 9 times 9 is 81. Put the 1, carry the 8. 9 times 2 is 18, plus 8 is 26. Put the 6, carry the 2. 9 times 7 is 63, plus 2 would be 65. Therefore, this answer is 6,561. Let's say we had something like 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, and they wanted us to write it as an exponent. That means what's the base and what's the exponent? Well, the 2 is the base, and you would count, since there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those 2's, then that's going to be 2 to the 5th power. If you had to solve it, you would do 2 times 2, that's 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 one last time would be 32. So therefore, 2 to the 5th power would equal 32. See how I'm keeping track every time by crossing these off as I go. Now I want to explain two important terms. Let's say we have 4 squared. That is really 4 to the 2nd power. And it's 4 by 4, actually in a square. Let me show you. 1, 2, 3, 4 this way, by 1, 2, 3, 4 this way. And you know that 4 by 4 would make 16, but here's why. Let's change colors. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is actually 16 squares, and that's why 4 squared equals 16, because it's actually 16 little boxes. And it's 4 squared because it makes a square. Let's take it a step further. Let's say this was 4 cubed. That would mean we have this 4 by 4. Let me try to move this for 1 second. Now the third dimension would be this direction, 4. It would make a cube. It is actually a cube. In this direction it would be 4 units, and this direction it would be 4 units. So it would go like this. So it would be a 4 by 4 by 4 again this direction. So that's why you call it 4 cubed. If it's 4 to the third, that's cubed. And that's why we call it squared if it's to the second, because it's like a 4 by 4 square or a 4 by 4 by 4 cube. Let's do one more. Let's say we have 12 times 12 times 12 times 12. Let's tackle some bigger guns. That would be what base and what exponent? Well, 12 is the big number, so that's the base, and it would be to the 4th power because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of those 12s. But they're being multiplied, so it's not like it's 48. It's going to be 12 times 12 is 144 plus times, you have to do times 12 again, times 12 again. I say plus, but I got to be careful with plus because we're really multiplying. But I mean, and you have to do all that. So that is how you write the product as a power. If it asks you to write the product means what was the answer when it was multiplied, as a power. And that power means basically that exponent. Write it with an exponent. Now let's talk about tens. If we had 10 times 10 times 10, that's 10 cubed, and the answer is 3 zeros because of this 3. Okay, so this correlates with these. I know it's a big word, and you don't even have to solve it beyond that. That's the answer. So let's say we had 10 to the 5th power. That would be a 1 with 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2. So it's 100,000. Now let's go backwards. What if they gave us the number 1,000,000? And they said, write this as a product of tens, or that's kind of how they usually word it, something like that. So if it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros, it would be 10 to the 6th power. That's 1,000,000. Okay, let's say it's 100 million. Let's make it tougher. So again, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 zeros, so that would be 10 to the 8th power. 100 million. Okay, keep practicing and make sure you ask lots of questions when you're confused.